Hey guys, how's it going? It's Andy from ROKU Investing. Today in this video, I'm going to be talking about Roku and more specifically why I took a position in it in my paper trading account back in late December and then in my real account about 2 weeks ago. So at this point, my real account on Roku is up about 30 plus, 31, 32%, which is incredible because it's only been like a week and a half, 2 weeks. But my paper trading account, on the other hand, is at around 105. I'll throw that on the screen right now. But I'm just going to kind of explain why I held through earnings. Normally, when I get towards earnings for a stock that I'm holding, I get out of that. Earnings are dangerous because you really do not know what's going to happen. I like to tell people that investing is not like gambling because you kind of have an idea of which way the market's going to go. You can look at all these trends, you have all this information, but when it comes down to earnings, you really do not know what's going to happen. It could just be they miss their mark on their earnings a little bit and the stock just slides, or something. They don't sound as confident as people were hoping on the stock slides. So it really just feels kind of a flip of a coin. And we were getting towards earnings on Thursday of last week, and I sat there for a while and I did some research and I decided to hold. And here's why. So back in December of 2018, Roku first kind of popped up on my radar. It's a stock that I really enjoy their product. It's something that I have here in Corvallis and something that I have back home. So it's a company that I cared about, which is one of the criteria for one of my long-term investment strategies that I made a video about, one of the first videos actually. And there was some news that came out that even though it was at like a 52-week low, there were some analysts that thought that it was going to start heading up. And so at that point, I took a position in my paper trading account. So this is around late December. And then we get into January, and at this point, it's up like 30% or so. It's had some really good days. And then one of the analysts for just in the industry put it as its top stock for 2019. And anytime you get news like that, it just takes off, and then it becomes a momentum stock. And so you start getting that upward momentum, and then towards the end of January, you get some more news saying that ad revenue is going great, and it keeps pushing it up. So as I was sitting here this past Thursday deciding whether or not I was going to hold, I just kind of went back and saw all that information saying that things were going good, and I decided to trust it. It was a company that I really believe in, and I thought that even if it misses earnings a little bit, I'd be okay holding this for a while. So on the day of the earnings, it was down around 4% during the day, and I was like, oh man, this is not looking good. And then immediately once the earnings call started, it jumped up back to even. And so it made me feel a lot better. I was broke even for that day. And then Friday, people went back and they listened to the call, and it sounded really optimistic. So I'll throw some headlines up here from what people saw on Friday. And I went into my midterm at 8 a.m. and the stock was up around 11%. I'll throw that screenshot up here. And then by the end of the day, it was up around 25%. So that kind of shows the danger of earnings. While this went great for me this time because I really believed in the company, I did some research, it could have gone the opposite direction. I'll throw the chart for Heinz ketchup and all those products. They had a horrible Friday, some bad news as well as some bad earnings, and it just tanked. So in the future, I'm probably not going to be holding through earnings, but if it's a company that I really believe in and what their business is, I probably will. So it's just kind of something to think about as you're holding through earnings. We're getting towards the end of that, but just kind of wanted to explain why I held through earnings, which is something that I never do, and it ended up working out great for me. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.